Hey guys, this is Battle coming at you with another StarCraft audio commentary. This is going to be Game 2 of Samsung Khan versus KT Magicians. KT Magicians is up 1. Let's see if Samsung Khan can redeem itself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0! This is going to be a ZVZ played on God's Garden between 815 playing for Samsung Khan and Odin playing for KT Magicians. It looks like Odin is going to be the tan Zerg in the upper spawn location, while 815 is going to be the red Zerg in the lower spawn location. Looks like Odin is sending his Overlord in the wrong direction, while 815 is sending his in the correct direction, so at least intelligence-wise, 815 is going to have an early advantage against Odin. Not much to say about these two players, other than the fact that I don't care about either of them, and I doubt you do either. They're both two crappy relative no-name players. I'm not sure what their statistics are, and I'm really not going to look either of them up. I really don't care to, because you only care who wins insofar. See you later! Oh! Sorry about that. I was just interrupted a little bit there. Someone in my house. Fortunately, I don't I don't yet have the privacy afforded by university. That will be coming soon. Actually, yeah, I'm going to be attending university this summer. I mean, not this summer, at the end of the summer, actually. This fall, starting this fall. But I'm sort of in that, 3-month period where you're not doing anything. So I figured, hey, why not get back to commentating StarCraft, get some games. I've actually started playing a little StarCraft again recently, which is kind of cool. Looks like Odin's gone for 12 hatch, I think. And have both players gone for the 12 hatch? I think both players have actually gone for a 12 hatch build. I haven't seen a spawning pool from either player. So neither player is going to have a distinct advantage over the other as far as build order goes, although again 815 is going to get the scout into Odin's base first. Odin looks like both players are setting down their extractor and spawning pool. From what I could see, I saw Odin definitely put down the extractor and spawning pool, and I assume that 815 set down both of his as well. It would of course be very foolish if he didn't, and he has. The divergence we're going to be seeing, if any, is if either player opts to go for either Zergling speed or lair tech first. And depending on what happens, we're going to be seeing either a shorter game or a longer game. That also depends on, micro and so on and so forth, but typically ZVZ follow very formulaic preset paths. It's pretty easy to determine and guess what's going to happen when. Looks like Odin has opted for lair first, so we aren't going to be seeing faster. Okay, so both players are setting down their lairs first. We aren't going to be seeing any early Zergling speed from either of these players, so we probably are going to be seeing a game that goes into Mutalisks unless one of the players gets lucky and manages to run his Zerglings past the others. Both players do have that second hatchery down. Both of those two second hatcheries are in operation. Yeah, so fairly standard, both players opting for a 12 hatch build into lair tech. And what we're going to be seeing is once both those lairs are completed, we're going to be seeing both players opt straight away to morph their spires. And we'll be seeing a Mutalisk duel from there. And whichever player has better Mutalisk micro is going to win the game, barring some sort of bizarre circumstances. And I have seen bizarre circumstances arise before in ZVZ matches. It does happen. You do sometimes see some very weird things. It looks like both players have set up their Zerglings in sort of an interesting concave to both defend their natural expansion and main base. Looks like 815 has immediately set down his spire. His spire is morphing. I haven't seen a spire from Odin yet, but I'm sure he'll be putting his down very soon if he hasn't already. Seeing us, and it looks like 815 has Zergling speed finished now as well. I'm not sure if Odin has his Zergling speed. We'll have to see, of course. Yes, so both players do have Zergling speed. Of course, the choice to go for Zergling speed is it does matter with regards to your gas count. It depends. You know, if you get Zergling speed, that's one less Mutalisk you're going to have in the air, and it's a purely economical decision, and some players choose to go for it and some don't. Looks like Odin is moving south here towards 815's natural expansion. He's going to try and put some Zergling pressure on him. 815 is definitely ready with his Zerglings. Looks like Odin isn't liking the looks of that. He's going to back off of the Zerglings, sort of try and reposition them, maybe try and get a sneak by 815. I don't think 815 is going to have it. His Zerglings are there in front of his natural expansion, so he is ready for any sort of run by. I don't think Odin's going to be very lucky with it. Odin's Spire is now up, so we are going to be seeing Mutalisks from Odin very soon, and I assume 815 Spire is done at this point as well, so we're going to be seeing Mutalisks from both players anytime now. Looks like 815 is moving north with his Zerglings and actually manages to get in to Odin's natural expansion. Big Zergling battle going down here. Mutalisk popping out for... Mutalisks are out for Odin, and I do believe Odin is going to be able to clean this up relatively easily. And 815's remaining Zerglings are going to be forced into a retreat here. So Odin does manage to hold his front door, and interestingly enough, looks like 815 has opted to go for Scourge first. Which can be a good move, can be a bad move. It depends on the caliber of player you're facing. If the caliber of player you're facing does have good Mutalisk micro, he can just simply micro around the Scourge, and they won't do anything. Honestly, I feel that opting for Scourge first is actually a poor choice. It's not something I would do, of course. I've never really played ZVZ extensively. I'm myself a Protoss player, as some of you may or may not know. But in ZVZ, I tend to feel that you want your Mutalisk count to be up there, because Scourge are really a gamble. If your opponent is good enough to micro around the Scourge, you're basically screwed. Looks like some Scourge are landing for 815 though. Both players, there is going to be a Mutalisk duel in front of 815's base here. Remains to be seen which player is going to come out on top. Scourge going around for both players. Some fairly standard Mutalisk micro going down. I can't tell which player's ahead in Mutalisk count. Oh, I can now! It looks like 815 just got owned hardcore by Odin. And KT Magicians moves up, takes this series 2-0. That was a pretty pitiful showing by 815. I feel it was a big mistake to go for those Scourge first versus the Mutalisks. But hey, that's what happens, you know, that's ZVZ. And KT Magicians is up 2-0 right now, so Samson Khan is going to have to pull out something impressive next game, lest they lose the series. Thanks for listening, guys. This has been Vanel, signing off.